What's up? Doing some parking lot repairs today. I want to call them repairs, improvements. Doing some parking lot improvements at Lowe's in the parking lot. So what's the problem here? The problem is it's a lot hotter in Florida than it is in Ohio, and by a lot. And the mornings have become a problem because we like to sleep in, and you can't sleep in when it's like 150 degrees in your car. I have no idea. I would guess like 110. It's probably 110 in the mornings when you wake up. So you can't sleep in at all when the sun's up. So what we're gonna do is all along here on the insides, we're gonna put this foam sheeting, cut it up and glue it all the way along there. And behind here too, there's nothing behind here, so we're hoping to fill this in too. So first we went to Lowe's and we got this, and it came out to $13 maybe. And we also went ahead and got this adhesive spray. The other options were like about $10 for a can, and this one's about $5, and this says like a new foam on there, so we're gonna go ahead and give this one a try. If it doesn't work and it falls off, we just go ahead and get the more expensive one. What else I got? Tape measure. I think I got this from Dollar Tree for $1. And a really long knife. And luck of the draw how much you pay for that. So first we're gonna get started with measuring the window. Here to here, top to bottom, left to right. But I'm gonna cheat because this black part, I don't know if you can see it, there's this black trim, but we only need to be inside this black trim all the way across. So I'm only gonna measure from those black trims, and that's kind of cheating from measuring from the outside versus the inside. But what I'm going to make sure is that this part actually comes down at an angle, and I need to remember that. This side, not so much this side, but on the end it does. So I'm going to go ahead and get these measurements. Okay, so we got 23 and 71 as the maximum lengths. Remember that corner I told you about? We're just going to look at the maximum one for now, which is 23 and 71, which hopefully that's the right number. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the 23. And I'm going to show you a cool trick with foam. Measure 23 out to the edge like that, and then with this part you're going to press it down in there, and now that leaves a mark of where 23 is. And then on this hand you're just going to hold it down and you're going to slide it. And on this hand you're going to keep it on 23 and slide it. So you're going to slide both sides and you'll have a mark just like this all the way down. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. Now I'm just going to lay that piece on top of the other piece and score it around and then cut it through. Alright, now I got my two big pieces. We're going to start putting them on the window. So I have a little problem. This corner, It's catching on the seatbelt. This part actually comes down at an angle, and I need to remember that. And I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. I might do it in reverse, or I might just notch it out. So that piece, specifically that piece, fit in there perfectly. So I'm not going to use any spray on that one, but I will use spray on other windows. Next we got the side windows, the smaller windows between this big one and the driver's door. I just measured one of them, and that's the one that's closer to the driver, and that's 22 by 20. I'm gonna cut that out, but we can't forget that there's a handle. Wait, no, this one doesn't have a handle, so this should just slide right in there. But the difference between this one and the last one, this one will need to be glued. So it was just the top right corner that needs cut just a little bit at an angle, not much. Something important to note is that you want to spray this side with all the stuff on it, because you don't want those letters on the inside, so you can, when people are looking at the inside of your van, they don't see those. It's exactly what I did on this side, but that side's fine. But this side's going to be glued, so I'm going to spray the side with the letters. Make sure you take a few minutes and let that dry, because it will not stay on there by itself. If you need to, you might have to have someone hold on to it for a while until it dries, or prop it up with a board or something. The last window is similar, is 24 by 20, but the only thing that is different is to make sure you cut just a little bit out on the side just for a notch. But after I bring it in there, I'll see and push it against and hopefully leave a little indent of where the notch is. Okay, so I did the notch, or I found the notch, and just sort of scored it with my finger. And then each corner was rounded, so I just gotta do the same corner cuts, but for each corner. Now I'll go ahead and stick this in with some. I'm going to test fit it first, and then I'm going to use some glue. Everything checks out, so we're going to take some glue, spray it on there, and press it in. And remember, hold it in by having someone press on it, or use some 2x4s, or just some way to hold it in there for a little bit, just until the glue dries. That about sums it up for the windows, but as a bonus, if you take your scraps, lay them down like this and go ahead and spray all of them, and then you can stick them in here in your door panels just like this. Stick them in there. I'll do an example. Grab one of these. I already sprayed this. Gonna stick this in there just like that, and since they're really small pieces, they should be easy to hold. So you do it like that, and you put one after another and go on up. And it's pretty much free installation. Even if you're going to put more in here, this is just like, you might as well use it if you have it. And of all the scrap installation I had from one sheet from doing most 3/4 of the windows in here, that was enough scrap to do 1.5 doors. But 1.5 doors is better than nothing, right? Well, that's all I have for this video. You guys have a good day, and I'll see you later. This is Mapping Matt.